On the High Freeze podcast, man, there is no topic that is off guard.
Completely.
No topic that we will not touch upon.
Yeah, this is the freest of free speech platforms, without a doubt.
Yeah, and we'd like to make sure that our guests have a chance. Because you know what's funny is our guests come in ready with their sequence of random and cliche things that they're going to say on all those other podcasts, right? And then they come on the High Freeze podcast, and we shoot them down like a three-legged dog in a Mexican calle. Ouch. Right? We shoot them down. We're like, we're not coming here to talk about stuff you are good at. We're here to challenge you, right?
Well, see, the origins of High Phrase, originally it was just going to be me and Mike. Because we can riff, we can go off each other and talk all day.
Yeah.
So when we first had our first few guests, it was almost as if they were just a guest in our conversation. And I don't think that's really changed. I just think we've learned how to better incorporate guests into the conversation.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think that's a huge win, because not only does it give the guests some shine, but it allows us to learn about people. I think I've learned a lot about people over this past couple of years.
Yes, I've learned a lot about myself as well through this podcast.
That too, yeah.
Realizing that, I actually like people. I thought before all this, I fucking hated people, but now I actually like them.
And I think part of it is because we've had some pretty cool guests.
We've got some good ones.
Everything from professional athletes, not just athletes, professional athletes, entertainers, activists, artists, paleontologists,
everything,
archaeologists. Now, like, we have a massive variety of guests.
Massive.
And just to give you guys some reasoning as to why you think you should be listening to High Phrase podcast. So I myself have a diploma from Columbia Academy with broadcast, TV, and radio. So not only do I have the formal education in being able to deliver messages with efficiency, but I am a self-learner, obsessive self-learner. I'm obsessed with politics, world history, where we're headed, where we're going, race relations, all of the different things that people find controversial. To me, I feel as if we have to talk about them. It's mandatory that we talk about them. It's the only way we learn from each other. Not only that, but I've been performing for over 20 years as a hip-hop artist. Just started doing some stand-up comedy. And between myself and Mike here, we are creating a whole bunch of different projects to really highlight all the different things that we can do.
Yeah, and I think it's important, as 40-year-old men, now that we've entered into the guru part of our life, you know what I mean? Now we are the tribe leaders.
Nice.
Right? If you think about it, back in the Incans and the Mayans, when they were confused, they didn't know which berry to eat. They would come to people like us, and they would ask us which berry, the red one or the blue one.
So we are like the Plato. We are like the Plato.
Yes, and so I think what's important about that people understand about our podcast also is that we do come from the same but kind of different areas of life. We didn't really grow up together. You know what I mean? Like I've had quite the crazy life, right? And you've had quite the crazy life in your own way. So we bring a different perspective to this. Not two guys who've seen the same path to get here. We've actually lived really different.
Yeah,
paths.
completely opposite. I have been a spectator to lives like yours growing up.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends went through experiences that you've firsthand went through. I've seen a lot of my friends, pass away in this lifestyle, doing things that were outside of what's considered legal, and that don't exist anymore because of it. So I've always been a spectator, but you have lived it.
I grew up within the walls. I grew up in a cage. Man, I was a wild animal. Wild boys!
A little bit.
Dude, I was, And you know what? It's funny because you get a different perspective of life. When you grow up in the system, caught up in the system. And I was just saying this to my dad today. My dad's like, Mike, go get the vaccination shot, which I don't have, by the way. That's what also separates us. Right. I don't know, is that legal? I'm not even supposed to say that.
You're good. You're
right?
good.
So, but I told my dad, I said, Dad, I went to foster homes when I was a kid. I was in juvie. I was in federal penitentiary. And now I'm caught up in this system of COVID and this whole system. So I've grown up in systems that I don't really need a shot. I can actually function very well within this little confinement that we're living in, right? So it's cool because when we talk about a subject like this, we don't have the same view from it. And most people, all have the same view. They've never been through something like this before. And
Facts.
my friends, let me tell you, I've been through this about 30 times in my life.
So it's kind of almost now you're free, but in a prison of society.
Fuck yeah, that's exactly, yeah.
Because it
Feels good.
forces you to be excluded from things that everyone else considers regular, normal life.
Yes.
So, and I think one of the goals of this podcast is, for me at least, outside of giving people, entertaining conversation, I want to enlighten people. And I want to give people different points of views that they may never have encountered before.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to, and I don't like using the word race because we're all one race, but especially when it comes to race relations, because there's so much animosity between skin colors, between what we are as people, and being the ebony and ivory of the podcast world. We not only are we very close as far as friends go, but we're polar opposite in opinions, but we remain friends. And I think this is a huge thing that people need to understand is you can disagree with people all day.
Yes.
But you can still love them.
Yeah, I don't like to disagree anyway. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an intense disagreement.
No, it's not intense. Like, you're not going to see us go to blows.
It's just opinions. Every Thursday, new episodes launch. We record every Tuesday nights. You can follow us on our Instagram page. It's High Phrase. On our Twitter as well, it's High Phrase. On YouTube, it's just High Phrase. And on Spotify, it is Mike Oulton, Oulton. And then our High Phrase playlist is there. You can start from episode 1. You can start from the newest episode and go backwards. However you feel you want to do it. But I'm telling you, the content is compelling, exciting, and I think we're the best podcast in the scene.
Yes, the best.
Absolutely.
All right, so we'll see you then.
Now get the hell out of here!